Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday, Motivational Mondays, and welcome to today's topic. Today, we're going to talk about a blueprint for saving 1 hour per workday. My name is Tanya Dotson-Winckler. I am the founder of 180 Degree Time Management, and I just want to, welcome you to what is the last or the final Motivational Mondays for 2022. And I want to slow it down a little bit today because that is, something that I think, I know is monumental, that we're coming to the close of the year. And as I wrote in the description for this live, for us business owners and entrepreneurs coming to the close of the year, whereas everyone else is slowing down, it's almost like we're speeding up because we are racing to the end of year reports, the final tasks that you've got to get done before you shut it down for maybe 2 days, hopefully more than that, to recharge and reset and recover. But these weeks right now, and especially this last week with Christmas Eve being on, Saturday, and Christmas Day being on Sunday. Let me check my calendar. I'm not even really clear. Yep, that's right. Christmas Eve being on Saturday and Christmas Day being next Sunday, which is sort of like a regular weekend. I thought it would be really good to speak to you today about my blueprint for saving 1 hour per workday. Now, if you are working 6 days a week, what this means is if you do this right, you can save 6 hours this week. Now, I know you need 6 hours this week, especially if you're working on Saturday for a little bit. Let's say, 5.5 hours. If you're only working Monday through Friday, you can save 5 hours this week. Now, let me ask you, what would you, if you're watching right now or if you're watching the replay, what could you use 5 hours on this week, right? So what we're going to do today is we're going to do something completely opposite to what you are doing right now. If you are on the replay or if you're watching live, what you're doing right now is stressing. Okay. What you're doing right now is racing. What you're doing right now has got, you've got so much that needs to get handled. And what we're going to do today, instead of, our normal kind of hype, is we're going to slow it all the way down. For these 15 minutes, we're now 13 minutes, you're going to take a breath. Take a breath with me. Take another breath with me. So we're going to take a breath and we're going to focus and we're going to center for these now 13, 12 minutes. So I want you to really feel what that feels like. If you're watching right now, what does it feel like to stop and take a breath? Even though I know, you've got things to do, I've got things to do, right? But we're stopping to take a breath. Now, this is really what my blueprint for saving 1 hour minimum per day is really all about. It's about getting control of your mindset. And it's about getting, real control and efficacy. Oh, sorry about that. With the trifecta, which is called, like the past, present, future, or the conscious, subconscious, superconscious, or the id, ego, and super ego. If you happen to be religious, oh yeah, by the way, happy Hanukkah for everyone that's celebrating. If you happen to be religious, it could be Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Whatever. There is a trifecta that is, or thinking, doing, being, thinking, doing, right? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a little exercise about where you normally locate yourself. Are you normally locating yourself in the past, and then you're spending time being either pleased or disappointed about what did or did not happen? Are you finding yourself in the future, in the now, in the what's important now? Or are you finding yourself in the future worrying about what's to come? So the first thing I want you guys to do, right now is locate yourself. Where are you right now? Are you, racing towards the end of the year and you're, looking at everything you've got to get set up? Are you worried about everything you got to get set up for next year? Or if you're not worried about everything you need to get set up for next year, you may be worried about getting it set up for next year. Am I going to have enough time? Am I going to run out of time, right? Because that's what we talk about here, right? So you want to, are you in the future? Are you racing towards the result? Or are you in the present? And are you kind of hanging out? And it's a trick question, guys, because you're not in the present, just kind of zen, and whatever will be, and I'm going to be able to flow with whatever's happening this week. And when I get to Saturday, Christmas Eve, I'm not even concerned about Saturday, Christmas Eve. I'm concerned about whatever time it is, wherever you are watching this video right now. Or are you in the past? If you're sitting there and you're doing your end of year reports, are you frustrated? Are you disappointed? Are you happy? But then you've got that stress element of, wow, I did really, really good this year. How am I going to top this next year? Or are you just, looking at last year's results and pretty doggone satisfied? So who I'm talking to today is those of you that are locating yourself in either the past or in the future. You are in the thinking and the doing, and you're not in the being. So if you are locating yourself in any of those places other than the present moment, in your being and in your, what would it be, your present, then I really want you to take a moment and look at something with me here. What is the most important thing to you? Okay, because as you saw, what I wrote in the description was, we're heading towards the end of the year. We're heading towards the holiday season, and your family and your friends are now really looking at you for some quality time. I know my wife is, right, and I've already scheduled. I've already blocked the days that I'm not going to be working. That is why this is the final Motivational Monday for the year. There is another Monday, that is a work day for a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. But I've learned in the past that if I don't take the time for myself to refresh and recharge and reset, then I kind of catapult into the next year, and I'm not as fresh, and I'm not as clear, and I'm not as focused as I would like to be. So this is the last one of the year because I'm taking most of next week off. So I want you to take a look at right now, what's the most important thing to you in this present moment? If you take away, oh my God, if I don't, finish my end of year reports, okay, what's the worst that can happen if that does happen, right? So, you might want, sometimes I think we do some catastrophizing. I think that's a Elizabeth Gilbert word, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I think we do a bit of catastrophizing about, if I don't get this done, then ... And, again, this is the holiday season, and we may be facing some situations where there are people that are no longer here. They're no longer with us. We may be facing all kinds of different personal situations, and you really want to take a moment here, because yes, your business is the driving force underneath what you get to do. It's the place where you get to make the most impact. It's the place where you make the income. But what about that third thing in that trifecta, freedom, impact, income? What about the freedom part? If you are all the time flipping between, impact, income, then the reason, or one of the reasons that you started working for yourself in the first place, which is no one's going to get to tell me what to do, is your schedule has now taken over, and it's telling you what to do. And it's telling you that you have to get this item done. And if it costs you time with your family, time with your kids, time with your friends, time with your hobbies, time with yourself, okay, then you're going to have to start taking a real hard look at this and go, is this what I meant? You might want to take a look and reshuffle your priorities at this point. So like yesterday, I sat and I just colored and in my mandala, and I read the book that I'm currently reading. That is really informing a lot of what I'm talking to you about. And I really, really got present to the present moment. Like, what am I doing? What am I thinking? And who am I being right now? Because guys, here's the secret to saving 1 hour per workday. Here's the blueprint to doing it. you are never any place else other than now, right? You are only always in the present moment. So the key or the trick or the art of time management and productivity, the art of getting more done in less time, the art of doubling your productivity while you decrease your work day. The art of that is to recognize that whenever you are thinking stressful thoughts, whenever you are thinking, I got to get this done, whenever you are thinking things that are not serving you, you are either in the past or you are in the future. You are either, concerned and upset about what happened in the past, or you are concerned about what's coming down the pike in the future. And see, if you are in the present moment, if you manage to ground yourself, and that's what I'm talking about here, is basically grounding your mindset in the present moment, then you will be absolutely clear about the difference between important and urgent, the difference between what is important to you and what is urgent for your business. And I tell you, 9 times out of 10, what I've discovered is what's important to me is I've got 3 things that are really important to me, and it is my relationship, and it is my business, and it is my health. But notice that my business is only, I'm not going to use the finger that I used right there. My business is only one of those things, because look, if my business is running well, but my marriage is failing, am I winning? No. If my business is going well, but I have burnt myself to a crisp this year and my health is being impacted, no. Then the thing that is the most important to me, I don't even get to do. And that's the other part. That's the what do you call it? The vicious circle, right? If you have these 3 things that are important to you, your family, your relationships, your business, and your health, like I do, and you're focusing on that business to the detriment of your relationships and your health. And guys, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I am preaching to the choir. I am not talking, this is not falling on deaf ears. I know that. Okay. I speak to enough of you to know that this is a big honking deal. You are so laser focused on your businesses that you forget the rest of you that comes along, which, is the thing that carries this head, and the relationships that surround this body that is producing this business. So again, if you are not taking care of the whole, right? The whole trifecta, but you've got your laser focus, especially right now, on your business, then you are missing out on the freedom and the beauty of why you became a business owner in the first place. And see, I'm here. My mission is to dial it back. My mission is to bring us back to why we created these businesses in the first place. The first thing was absolutely because we wanted freedom. We wanted the ability to be able to, manage our own time and our own days and be able to have our own and have freedom when we wanted freedom. And we wanted to make an impact on the world with what it is we provide in our businesses. But once again, here's the tricky part. You said you wanted freedom, right? No one's going to tell you what to do. But what happens is that if you get into this, narrow focus or tunnel vision on your business, then you're not even any longer telling you what to do. It's it's how you've set your business up that is telling you when you can have freedom and when you can enjoy relationships. So the blueprint here, guys, and of course I can only go into a little bit of it. I'm going to do a deep dive on this on Thursday, on our live on Thursday. So make sure you're here on Thursday for that. But here's the thing. The blueprint for this is to look at where you are locating yourself all day, every day. Just ask yourself the question, am I in the past? Am I in the present? Am I in the future? If you find yourself in either the past or in the future, dial it back and locate yourself in the present moment. If you can locate yourself in the present moment, the next part of the blueprint is, what am I thinking? What am I doing? And how am I being? And again, you want to ground yourself in your thoughts. Like if you're thinking crazy thoughts, if you're thinking catastrophic thoughts, if you're thinking thoughts that, oh my God, I'm not going to get it all done, then you want to dial it back and say, okay, where am I? What was I up to? What am I thinking? Am I catastrophizing in the future, or am I, worried in the past, or am I present in the present moment? And that's going to save you an awful lot of time, because you're not going to get distracted. You're not going to start procrastinating because you stressed the crap out of yourself, and you're going to stay on target, and that's going to save you some time. So guys, I'm going to be on Thursday doing a deep dive into this material. If you want to get a jump on that, and you're like, okay, Tanya, I've been listening to you, I've heard enough, and I want to really get started on getting myself into the present moment, to get myself out of the future and out of the past. If you want to be able to control your thoughts so that you control what you're doing, and in that way you get to be the entrepreneur and the business owner you've always wanted to be. If you want to stop catastrophizing, and you want to stop laser focus on your business so you can have the relationships and the freedom that you started your business in order to be able to nurture, then I want you to look at that link, click that link right there, copy paste it, write it down, https://180dtm.com/apply, and get on my books for this week. I will more than likely be on again next week, but I'm not sure as to what days, because I am taking a significant amount of time off, because it's time for me to reset and recharge, and that's so that I can nurture my relationships, and that I can nurture this body that carries around this mind that runs this business, right? So if you can start to see how things are coming together, mind, body, spirit, thoughts, words, deeds, past, present, future, or what was it? Conscious, subconscious, and thoughts, words, subconscious, conscious, and super conscious. If you can start to see the connection, then I really would invite, and you're starting to feel that, things are out of whack, that there's one part of this that is not, matching up. If you've got laser focus on your business, and to the detriment of your body, your health, to the detriment of your freedom, to the detriment of your impact, then, click that link and let's have a conversation about that. And that's what we'll be able to get you started on before the Christmas holiday. That was the 15 minutes. I went a little bit overtime today because I took it a little slowly. Okay. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, and have a great work week, and use this blueprint to save yourself 1 hour per day, per workday. Okay. Bye.